Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Griever Productions. Before we get started, I just want to let everybody know that in the description below is a link to our Discord. We have a Griever Productions Discord to kind of keep a lot of the conversations together. If anybody has suggestions, they can go over there and put them in there as well. I can also keep you guys up to date on any of the events that are coming up in the near future, such as live streams, which that is something that will be happening. I have something quite interesting planned that I am very excited about. But anyway, so back to this, right? So what I've got here is one of my favorite bands of all time. They have been on the show before. We have, I'm trying to think, we did Carnival of Rust, I believe it was. And I am a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Poets of the Fall. I love what they do. Their music is phenomenal. Their vocalist is just awesome. And this song that I'm about to react to, called Daze, is a very interesting number for me, right? Because there was a stage there. So as some of you know, there was a period of time where I just dropped off the face of the earth. I think it was about a year between videos on this channel, and I was going through a pretty rough time at that point, and Poets of the Fall were one of the bands that I would listen to frequently to try and kind of get through the slump, and it would work wonders, right? And when so this is one of the songs that I gravitated towards, and it's very interesting that there is an acoustic version of it. So I would highly recommend going and listening to their full band version before this. Now, the reason that I am reacting to this is because this is something brand new to me. I didn't know that this existed, and it says that it was 9 years ago, so I'm a little behind the times on that one, that this was uploaded. But I am very, very keen to give this a listen because, as I've said, huge fan of the band, love what they do, and let's give it a listen.
Rolling down the freeway, master to the speed of light, screaming up in the air, bursting through the night. No rest, I stayed here too long, it's time to move on. Reality's a three-way.
Okay. So, okay, I just wanted to stop it there just for a second, because what a lot of people will tend to do when it comes to acoustic versions is the easy way to do it, right, is to take the song, just play it with acoustic instruments, and slow it down. What these guys have done here, I feel like it works nicer than what a lot of people do. I don't believe there's been a tempo change. If it has, it's very minute, very small, and it's in the same key, and it's still got a very similar sort of punch to it that I really enjoy. So let's keep watching.
Scenery defined by tomorrow, adopt a mystery and the past just blurry lines. If there's ever been injustice in my name, I bow to blame. And she can give me everything I need this way. We'll be loving till the first light of the day.
So that's their kind of pre-chorus. Now, I don't know if I've gaslit myself, because what tends to happen, right, in my head is when I'm listening to songs, I have the harmony of the melody going in my head, and I usually come out, like when I sing along, I will usually sing the harmony. I'm not sure if there's usually a harmony part there. I don't remember if there is one or if it's just my brain. But it's interesting. Hearing it is absolutely lovely. I really enjoy the voice and what they've done musically. Also, using a double bass, always cool. Double basses are always cool. You can quote me on that.
We'll be the first light of the day. Set the world on fire for bittersweet desire. Chase away the night. Let the whole world burn. Set the world on fire for bliss and sweet denial. Oblivion and peace. Will you let me burn?
Interesting. See, this is why I really was keen to do this live version, right? Because he does that that falsetto in the recorded version, and I was keen to see if he would do it here. Now, obviously, in our breakdown of the song "Carnival of Rust," he did use it as well. But being acoustic, wanted to see if he would continue to do so, and it's interesting to me, right? Because in the original studio recording, it doesn't sound as prominent, his falsetto, as it does here. Now, I'm not sure if that was a choice, like a stylistic choice for them, but it almost, and I don't want this to sound bad, it's going to sound like a critique, and I suppose in a way that it is, but it almost sounds like it was kind of drowning out the falsetto the tiniest little bit, right? It was still clear, but it was not as prominent as the rest of his vocal. And so I was concerned in a way that this particular version was not going to have that, like they were going to pull it back, like maybe when he recorded it he wasn't confident in it or something like that. I'm just speculating, right? But hearing him do it and nail it like that really makes me understand that it may have just been a stylistic choice, which makes me happy, actually, because he has a phenomenal falsetto. Truly phenomenal falsetto, and not a lot of men do. There aren't a lot of men that have it, or if they do, they don't tend to use it for whatever reason, right? I think that a male falsetto is honestly phenomenal if used correctly. We've seen Dimash use it. We've seen this gentleman use it. There are a number of people that use it that don't get the recognition I believe they deserve. I think that this is phenomenal. I love it. Let's continue.
Cast off, the shadows got it good. We're constant companions. Would that I could. Further afield, my nemesis on stilts is gaining on me. So I crawl across the state line to another state of being, holding on for dear life to the better days I've seen. Long for the comfort of your loving arms, your passions, your charms. And you can give me everything I need this way. We'll be loving till the first light of the day.
I want to actually go back, because I actually want to highlight this line here.
Your passions, your charms, and you can give me everything I need this way.
The way that he brought back, so something that I harp on about, right, is when we sing, we use Latin vowel sounds, R, E, O, and U. Not everybody is good with all of them, right? E's are a problem for me. Sounds like E's may not be a preferred for this gentleman either. So you can give me everything I need this way. The way that he focused on the way, and made that part of it really, really beautiful. And you can actually hear that he kind of, everything I need, and then he pulls back this way, almost like he's more confident with it, right? But it stylistically, absolutely beautiful.
And you can give me everything I need this way.
This way. It brings that back. Tonally beautiful. The man's an artist in how he uses his voice.
We'll be loving till the first light of the day. Set the world on fire for bittersweet desire. Chase away the night. Let the whole world burn. Set the world on fire for bliss and sweet denial. Oblivion and peace. Will let me burn.
Again, the falsetto comes in even more powerful than the first chorus. I really appreciate when the stakes get, as the stakes rise as the song goes on. I harp on that these songs are stories, and they have a beginning, middle, and end, and you've got to show that with the basically the stakes in the song. Have it kind of light in this at the start, bring it up a little bit in the middle, and then you can really go for it at the end. Within reason, depending on what the song calls for, of course. And he had a little bit more oomph on the falsetto as well in that chorus to the first one. And I love to highlight this stuff because it helps better understand what the voice kind of does in these moments. What a lot of people will tend to do, though, is if they're trying to push it too hard in their falsetto, it becomes almost... well, basically, that's when people start to crack notes a lot. I'm not saying that this is what happened here by any means, just to be clear. I'm just giving as a general sort of thing. So, basically, if I was to... set the world on fire in blessed sweet design. So that's kind of where naturally it sits for my voice. But if you try to push it too hard, you get the set the world on fire in blessed sweet design. No, I've gone into mid voice. I've gone into mid voice. Sorry. No, that's not quite it. Set the world on fire in blessed sweet dinner. So if you start to push it too hard, it almost becomes too airy and doesn't quite come out the same way. But he's got a brilliant control over his voice. It knows exactly where that sweet spot is, and truly, I adore it.
Did you ever feel your love eclipse in the sun? I give you the reason I'm still on the run. Disappear in the heavy glare of neon. Can give me everything I need this week. We'll be loving till the first light of the day. Set the world on fire for bittersweet desire to chase away the night. Let the whole world burn. Oblivion and peace.
beautiful. Beautiful. Honestly, bravo. Bravo. Because I was... When I first saw that this one was here, I was a little concerned, and not concerned. Concerned's not actually the right word. But I was interested to see how they would tackle it, because vocally, it's not an easy song. Obviously, when you're in a band like this, especially when they are just pure artists in what they do, you're going to write for your own voice, right? But it is a difficult song. It is in a weird key for most people. It's in a weird key for me. Like, don't get me wrong, I can hit much higher notes than that. I can hit much lower notes than that. But it kind of sits at a very awkward position for me, where it's like almost making the choice of, do you go with the chest voice and you blast it out and then it's not as nice, or do you go with the head voice, like the falsetto, and perhaps it's not as strong as you would like it to be, right? Wasn't an issue. It was still as great as the band version, and I loved it. Honestly, I'll listen to it more often. Probably like this now. Do I still prefer the full band version? I think I do, but mostly because of the connection that I have with that song. It is a go-to song for me to listen and go, all right. I like, basically it was my feel-good song for a very long time. So I have that connection with it. However, if this was the first time me hearing it this way, not sure. I'm not sure what I would think. But anyway, have a listen to this one. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Anyway, that is it for me for this one. Like a favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe it, do all that sort of thing. Leave any comments, leave any suggestions in the comments below that you would like me to react to, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye for now.